I use Claude Code 8 hours a day in production. Not for demos, not for tutorials. Real code, real deadlines. And after 1,000+ hours, I can tell you that most people are sleeping on the features that actually matter. Here are the 12 that changed everything for me. I ranked every major Claude Code feature into 4 tiers. S tier are the absolute game changers. A tier, your daily drivers. B tier, nice to have. And C tier, you can skip for now. Let's start at the top. S tier. The game changers. These 4 features are why I can mass produce production code with Claude Code. Context window management, subagents, CLAUDE.md, and Worktrees. Number 1. Context window management. This is the single most important thing to understand about Claude Code. Your context window is like RAM. Every file you read, every tool call, every conversation turn, it all fills up that window. And when it fills up, Claude starts compacting. It forgets things. It loses track of what it was doing. The fix? Keep your prompts focused. Use Claude.md to front-load context so Claude doesn't have to rediscover your codebase every time. And watch that status bar. When you see context hitting 80%, start a new conversation. I learned this the hard way after Claude rewrote a file it had already fixed 3 times in the same session. Trust me, manage your context window or your context window manages you. Number 2, subagents. This is the feature that turned Claude Code from a coding assistant into a coding army. You give Claude one task, and it splits it into parallel workers. One agent writes the code, another reviews it, a third runs the tests, all at the same time. I've seen it spawn 5 agents to refactor an entire module, each working on a different file, then merge everything together perfectly. The speed is insane. What used to take me an afternoon now takes 12 minutes. But here's the trick most people miss. You need to structure your tasks so they can actually be parallelized. Vague prompts get 1 agent. Specific decomposable tasks get 5. Think like a project manager, not a developer. Give Claude the what and the why and let the subagents figure out the how. Number 3. Claude.md. This is the file that turns Claude from a generic AI into your AI. It's a markdown file in your project root that tells Claude everything. Your architecture, your conventions, your testing strategy. Without it, every new conversation starts from 0. Claude has to rediscover your entire codebase. With a good Claude.d, it already knows. I have sections for project overview, key commands, architecture decisions, and my personal preferences. Never use semicolons, always named exports. Run tests before committing. The real power move, layer them. Global Claude.md for universal preferences. Project level for repo-specific context. Even folder-level ones for complex monorepos. Think of it as onboarding docs for your AI pair programmer. 10 minutes writing it saves hours of repeating yourself. And here's what most people get wrong. They write it once and forget it. Every time Claude makes a mistake that a better instruction would have prevented. Update the file. It's a living document. Treat it like your AI's brain. Number 4, Worktrees. This is the feature that lets you run multiple Claude Code sessions on the same repo without them stepping on each other. Normally, if you have Claude working on a feature branch and you want to start a second task, you're stuck. You'd have to stash, switch branches, lose your flow. With Worktrees, Claude creates an isolated copy of your repo in a separate directory. Each worktree has its own branch, its own working state. I run 3 or 4 worktrees at the same time. 1 for the main feature, 1 for bug fixes, 1 for tests. They all share the same Git history but never conflict. The command is simple. Just ask Claude to work in a worktree and it handles everything. Creates the branch, sets up the directory, does the work, and when it's done, you just merge. I've had Claude ship a hotfix in one worktree while it was building an entire feature in another. That's not multitasking, that's multiplying yourself. And that wraps up S tier. These 4 features alone are why Claude Code is my primary development tool. A tier, your daily drivers. These 4 features aren't flashy, but you'll use them every single session. Permissions, MCP servers, hooks, and model selection. Number 5. Permissions. Claude Code asks for permission before it runs shell commands, edits files, or does anything destructive. And most people just click allow every time. That's fine for small stuff. But when you're doing serious work, you want auto-allow for trusted operations and strict mode for anything dangerous. I configure my permissions to auto-approve reads, file edits, and test runs. But anything that touches Git push, database migrations, or deployment, that stays manual. The key is finding the balance. Too strict and you're babysitting Claude with every keystroke. Too loose and Claude deletes your production branch at 2 a.m. Set up your allowed tools list once and you'll never think about it again. Number 6. MCP Servers. Model Context Protocol. This is how you give Claude superpowers beyond your codebase. MCP servers are plugins that connect Claude to external tools. Your database, your API docs, your design system, your project management tool. I run 5 MCP servers daily. Context 7 for live documentation, a Postgres server so Claude can query my database directly, a browser tool for testing, and 2 custom ones I built for our internal APIs. The setup takes 10 minutes. You add them to your Claude config, restart, and suddenly Claude can do things that would normally take you 20 browser tabs. Want Claude to check your Jira tickets while writing code? MCP. Want it to verify API responses match your schema? MCP. It's the difference between an assistant that can only see your code and one that sees your entire development ecosystem. Number 7. Hooks. Hooks let you run custom scripts before or after Claude does something. Pre-tool hooks run before a tool executes. Post-tool hooks run after. Stop hooks run when Claude finishes a task. I use pre-tool hooks to lint every file before Claude edits it. Post-tool hooks to auto-format code after changes, and a stop hook that runs my test suite before Claude marks anything as done. The beauty is automation. Instead of telling Claude to run prettier after every edit, the hook does it silently. Instead of remembering to run tests, the hook catches failures before they pile up. Think of hooks as guardrails that keep Claude on track without you having to micromanage. Number 8. Model selection. Not every task needs the same brain. Claude Code lets you switch models mid-conversation. Quick refactors? Haiku is 3 times cheaper and almost as good. Complex architecture decisions? That's Opus territory. I use Sonnet for 90% of my work. It's the sweet spot for coding. But when I'm designing a new system or debugging something gnarly, I switch to Opus for the deep reasoning. And for repetitive tasks like generating test fixtures or updating imports, Haiku handles it perfectly. The trick is matching the model to the task complexity. Most people leave it on the default and overpay for simple operations or underthink complex ones. Be strategic, and that wraps up A tier. B tier, nice to have. These features won't make or break your workflow, but they add real quality of life once you're comfortable with the basics. Memory, checkpoints, Git integration, and / commands. Number 9. Memory. Claude can remember things across conversations. Your preferences, your patterns, your past decisions. It writes them to a local memory file and loads them next session. I use it for project context that doesn't belong in CLAUDE.md. Like the fact that we're migrating from REST to GraphQL or that the payments team owns the billing module. Number 10. Checkpoints. Every time Claude makes a change, it creates a Git checkpoint. If something goes wrong, you can roll back instantly. I've saved hours by just saying undo that last change instead of manually reverting files. Number 11. Git integration. Claude understands Git natively. It can create branches, write commit messages, even draft pull request descriptions. I let Claude write all my commit messages now. They're more consistent than anything I'd write at 2 a.m. Number 12. /commands. Custom shortcuts you define in your CLAUDE.md. I have /review for code review, /test for running my test suite, and /deploy for the full deployment pipeline. They turn complex multi-step workflows into single commands. C tier. Skip for now. These are experimental or niche features that most people don't need yet. The Ralph loop for autonomous coding sessions, headless mode for running Claude and CI pipelines, and agent teams for multi-agent orchestration. They're powerful but overkill for most workflows today. Keep an eye on them though, they're the future. So here's my actual daily workflow, putting it all together. I start every morning by opening Claude Code with a fresh context window. My Claude.md loads automatically with all my project context. I use Worktrees to run parallel tasks. Sub-agents handle the heavy lifting. Hooks keep everything formatted and tested, and MCP servers connect Claude to my entire development stack. If you're using Claude Code without these features, you're leaving 90% of its power on the table. I'm a super user of Claude Code and I use it in production every single day. If you have questions about any of these features, drop them in the comments. I read every single one. If this helped you level up your Claude Code game, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into AI-powered development. I post new content every week. See you in the next one.